Hello, friends. Do you have a boring wall or corner of your home that you want to transform into a gorgeous accent wall, but aren't sure how? Or maybe you have a stash of extra paint sitting around that you're not sure what to do with. Well, you're in luck. In today's video, we're showing you how to create a bold accent wall using extra paint. Not only is it budget-friendly, it's also eco-friendly, and it can completely change the look of your space. Come join us on our adventure.
Have you ever painted a room and ended up with a lot of extra paint? We know the feeling. Instead of letting that paint go to waste, we're going to show you how to turn it into a bold, graphic accent wall in your home or workspace. Paint and a little creativity can truly transform a space. And by using extra paint, you're not only saving money, but you're also reducing waste. We're all about living big while leaving a little footprint, which is why we love this DIY.
In today's project, we are going to use up some of the exterior paint we have left over from painting our house. This dark blue color is perfect for an accent wall in our garage. If you don't have the exact color you want, you can still purchase paint and reduce waste. Check out the clearance section at your local home improvement stores. They often have paint that was either mixed the wrong color or returned, and it's usually a fraction of the normal cost. If it's light enough, you may even be able to get it tinted to the color you want.
Not again. Let's go, Amanda. We're here for screws, not paint.
When working with extra paint, it's important to consider your design options. If you have a small amount of paint, consider a simple wallpaper style design. If you have a larger quantity, you can opt for a larger painted area or bolder graphics. Check the label on the paint can to see how much surface area a full can would cover and divide that by the amount you have left over.
Now that you know how much extra paint you have, you may think that you're ready to start painting, but we're actually missing a very important step. First, we need to find inspiration to create a plan. Pinterest is a great place to start. Just type in keywords related to the pattern you'd like to make, pin your favorite results to a board, and then discuss them with someone else to narrow down your inspiration. It also helps to take a photo of the area you're planning to paint and use editing software, pen and paper, or painter's tape to mock up your design. If there's a door on the wall, consider incorporating the door and trim into your design. This can make the design feel more cohesive and complete.
The key to a flawless accent wall is proper surface preparation. Fill any small holes with spackle or fix large areas with joint compound. Sand it flat and clean up any dust on the wall. If you have a large gap, like we did, you can use trim to cover it. If you are incorporating your door and trim, then make sure you fill any scratches, chips, or dents in the wood with wood filler first, as well as give them a light sanding. Then remove any doorknobs or hardware so that you don't have to try and work around them. If you're unsure what type of paint is already on your wall, do a test spot to ensure you use the correct type of paint. Mixing paints such as latex and oil can lead to peeling. Now we just have to reinstall our door and we're ready to begin.
With our prep work done, we can go ahead and mark off the area for our design. If your design doesn't cover an entire wall and relies on straight lines, then a laser line or laser level can make this much simpler. Unfortunately, we don't have one of those yet, so we're going old school, and we're jerry-rigging it. By using our phone's flashlight on a tripod and a scrap piece of wood, we can trace the shadow it casts to make a mostly straight line. Next, we'll follow our pencil line with some painter's tape to mark out our design. As much as possible, we'll try and pull the tape down in long strips, that way you can pull it tight and ensure you have a straight line. Take extra time going around the corners to keep your lines consistent and make sure you get into all the bumps of the trim. Take a step back and examine the design, making adjustments as needed. For bold lines, make sure it looks right to the naked eye, even if it's technically off by a small amount. So, if it looks off, it will haunt you forever.
Just kidding. But it might. Anyway, a good tip to getting sharp paint lines is to first paint over the tape with the same color paint as the wall underneath. This may seem odd and excessive because then you have to wait for the paint to dry before you can move on to your final color. However, this seals the tape's edges and prevents the accent wall color from bleeding through. You're much better off spending a little extra time now than trying to clean up a bunch of tiny bleed marks with a paintbrush later. And then, possibly, messing up that line. I've done it. I know. After the base color dries, it's time to start painting your accent wall color. We like to start by edging with a brush and then coming back with a roller for the majority of the area. You may notice we're not using tape for edging work. This is a habit we've gotten into over time as we got better at painting. We've learned that if you use the right brush and the right technique, you can get clean edges without the need for tape. It's also incredibly difficult to get tape to stick to a textured ceiling. We like this angle brush with a short handle that we picked up from Home Depot. We'll put a link below. They are inexpensive, work really well, and as long as you clean them, they last for many, many paint projects. It's also a great way we try to reduce waste because you can reuse a paintbrush, unlike painter's tape. Once the edging is done, the rolling goes really fast. There's nothing really special about rolling. Just buy a step up from the cheapest roller and try not to hit the ceiling. Or that pipe. Why is that there? It helps to have a 3-inch roller as well for skinny strips like this.
Once the paint has started drying, but is still slightly tacky, carefully remove the tape to reveal your beautiful accent wall design. We find the best time to peel it is about halfway through the dry time of the first coat. Depending on your paint, your colors, and your technique, you may need a second coat. So read the instructions on your can to determine how soon you can start your second coat. Then, finish up by fixing any accidental paint drips or smudges, and then step back to enjoy your bold, new accent wall.
If you enjoyed this video and you feel inspired to create an accent wall of your own, we'd appreciate it if you took a moment to like this video. And if you want to see what we do with that blank space to the left of the door, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss that project later this year. So, are you inspired? We'd love to hear what you plan to do in your space. Drop a comment down below to tell us about your ideas. If you liked this video, then you'll probably enjoy improving your space with other DIY projects. Check out this video for 12 great DIY organization tips. Thanks for watching.